is Jess. Welcome to my channel. And today we are going to do a tarot reading in ASMR. I'm just kidding. Welcome. Today we're going to do, I don't have very much time, so it's going to be a quick one, but I wanted to do like, I don't know what I'm going to call it, like Joker versus like King or Queen. But this is inspired by, I know I talked about not really vibing with Shallon Lester because of the way that she's talking about people with mental illness, but I've been wanting to do a reading for a long time that's inspired by her talking about the Hurt Locker. I find incredible value in that, and the Hurt Locker is just somebody that you're attracted to because you actually want some of their traits. Like it's actually a reflection of your pain or where you would like to develop yourself. So that's what I want this reading to be about. I don't know what I'm going to title it. I guess you guys already know. But I do have 3 piles here. Pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. I'll put the picture up if you want to see it closer. Otherwise, I will meet you at your piles. Oh my goodness, pile number 1. I can't wait to explain this to you. Okay, so your person, basically your Hurt Locker is the King of Wands. This is somebody who is well known. Think about like a Brad Pitt or a George Clooney type. This person's somebody who's probably very physically attractive, very dynamic, very successful in their career. Maybe this person is an entrepreneur, but you know, the thing that I'm getting about this person is that they seem like they're everything, but there's a part of them that's just completely untouchable or like non-emotional. And this person, I feel like takes you for granted, like ends up taking you for granted because I think this person that this is like an archetype, right, that you're attracted to. So this is just the type of person that maybe gets a lot of attention from other people. Maybe this person, I don't know, I feel like they just kind of call the shots, regardless of gender. Obviously, this is very masculine. So I do feel like regardless of your gender, there's something very masculine about the people that you're attracted to. I think what you like in these people is that they are very dynamic and they have almost like the Midas touch, where they just seem to make things grow. So the reason that you're attracted to this person is because of the world, because you feel like they're somebody who completes you. I feel like you guys are really good homemakers, or you would be, like, if given the opportunity, and maybe that's why you're attracted to this Hurt Locker. That's why this person is kind of your Hurt Locker. So another like kind of thing about this Hurt Locker type of a person is that it's a way for us, and I talk about this a lot in my readings, where it's almost like we want to absorb their traits through relationship instead of building them up for ourselves. Because I think you'll find, like with this Hurt Locker type, whatever that is, if you start to develop those traits up in yourself, and Shallon Lester does talk about this, credit where credit is due. And, I'm trying not to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I don't think that she's like, terrible or anything. But like, yeah, I think like, and this, just spoiler alert to the very end, what you need to embrace in yourself in order to let this go is the Queen of Wands. Your own energy, where you are the Queen of Wands, understanding that you have leadership qualities, that you are very successful, that you're beautiful and attractive, and that you very much draw people to you. You're also very spiritual, and these people that you're attracted to could be very spiritual as well. You also have Poet over here, expresses soul insight in symbolic language, but then turns a lyric gift to negative or destructive effect. So these people, I feel like, have a way of smoothing out their faults, and with the North Node here as well too, this is a smokescreen. So it's like this person that you're attracted to pretends like they're the sun, and they could have sun in their chart heavy. So this person could be an earth sign, so having a sun ruled nakshatra on the earth sign side. So this is Kritika, Uttara Falguni, and Uttara Ashada that they could have. So this person, if you aren't familiar with the nakshatras, they could be an earth sign towards the end, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Also, they could just be a Leo, or they could have prominent sun in their chart, meaning like sun in the first house, sun in the 10th house, something like that. So, but with this north node, Rahu, the north node likes to pretend that it's the sun, and it always wants to kind of eat the sun. So I feel like these people that you're attracted to, they are very dynamic. They're very career focused. They're very warm and gregarious. They probably do have a lot of money and a lot of material comforts. And, you know, that's actually filling a need within you with this Queen of Pentacles and also this Vesta. Like, I think that's what I'm saying. I think you guys, you really are like, you have an eye for comfort. You like to take care of people. You're a nurturer. And in order to be a nurturer, like the Queen of Pentacles is known as a nurturer. In order to be this, you kind of do have to have resources. At the very least, you need time to like plant this peach tree and water it and like make sure that it can grow. It does take resources to be able to do that, you know? And if you want like to take care of people and make sure that they're like all warm and cozy with their soup, you've got to be able to like buy the soup and the pot to cook it in and make sure that you can, you know, buy like nice comfy slippers or, you know, things like that. I feel like you like to nurture and you like to take care of someone. You guys are naturals at that. The reason is because of the Queen of Cups. I also think you like this kind of a big personality, like larger than life kind of a type, because of the sense of protection that it gives you. You guys, I feel like you like to feel safe and protected within your home space, within yourself. And you know, you guys don't like to maybe have to yell at people or like really hold a solid boundary for yourself. You like having this protection, especially Uttara Falguni, the sun ruled nakshatra at the end of Leo. Like, this is the bull nakshatra, and it's one of the Falgunis, right? So they live the good life, and people can be very, very drawn to that energy where it's just easy breezy. Things kind of seem to work out for these people. They have a lot of success, but they actually can tend to trust the wrong people. So I'm actually wondering if that's a problem that you found in dating this hurt locker, where they end up trusting the wrong people. Also, I think that on the shadow side, these people that you date tend to be very materialistic, and they tend to be withdrawn from you, you know, and I think that you're always competing with their careers or things like that. And there's a part of them, you feel that they're chasing some kind of destiny with this north node here, but that it's insatiable and it's never enough. Because I think that with these kinds of people, you dream of a day where you can be more settled and more grounded with them, and that you guys can like together enjoy the good life. But this person finds a way to somehow always be emotionally distant, and they seem to always be like hiding the fullest expression of their love, but they like maybe know all the right things to say with the poet here, you know, to make you feel like they're in love with you, and that you guys are going to be these two little lovebirds flying off. But it's like this person seems to always be a little bit detached, you know, with this north node energy. This is all air sign. Rahu rules the nakshatras in the middle of the air sign, so I think this person's probably very intelligent, especially with the poet here. So they could have some kind of strong Mercury, strong Rahu in their chart where they are very smart and intelligent with their words, but it can seem a little cold and detached. So, and that's what you like in this person, actually. You like this detached nature, because I feel like you like to be left to your own devices as well, because you are a very creative person, and that's the part of you that is telling you to really play up, because there's something, you have a skill, pile number one. If you guys don't already own your own business, and this could be like a home decorating business, I feel like you have an eye for aesthetics, and like, I feel like you're beautiful. Like, you actually use that to create like a really strong aesthetic for yourself, you know, a little smoky eye, you know what I'm saying? Eyebrows on fleek, that kind of situation where, and you also know how to accentuate, like to dress your body, to accentuate your body regardless of your gender. But also you are really good at building the space around you. You might be one of those people where you like walk into their house and it feels like it's a spa, or like it feels like really homey, really comfy, that kind of thing. You have an eye for beauty, and you know how to make something look like expensive or really, really nice, even if you found it like on a bargain deal or something like that. I feel like that's kind of what you guys have to offer. And you are like, look at all these queens. Like, you guys are royal. You literally are royal down into your soul. And it comes through in a very feminine way, in a very nurturing kind of a way. So it's just saying, like, you have more, these are both feminine elements, earth and water. So you guys have your feminine elements, like you're coming off as very feminine, again, regardless of your gender, meaning that your feminine side is more developed. So I feel like, why do you like them? Okay. Like, why do you like this is what I ask. And I want to get back to that. On the Page of Swords, this person I feel like is very smart. I feel like you do like the way that this person uses their words. And I think you find that I feel like this protection that on some level you're craving from the world. We all crave this. I don't care if you are a 6'4" man and you are built and it looks like nothing can ever hurt you. Things hurt you. And like, I feel like we're all just craving this, like protection sometimes from the world. And I feel like you feel that this person's career, their gregariousness, possibly their money, but also their intelligence really can protect you in some way from the world. And you also like it because it keeps you on your toes. It makes you feel really like exciting. Also, I really do feel like there's a part of you that thinks like children would be taken care of, whether or not you already have children. You look at this, you think this person is like a very good paternal type, and you guys, like, this doesn't have to be a like completely toxic trait. Do you know what I mean? Like, this person doesn't have to have like a bunch of toxic traits for them just not to be the right fit for you, or like have them bring out the wrong side. Everybody like is pretty familiar with the concept in a woman's chart, how like Mars is what she's sexually attracted to, but Jupiter is husband. So if you have only Mars and no Jupiter, that person's going to look at you like you are a sex object. And they're like, because I think that there's a lot of sexual attraction to like whoever this person is that you're with. But it's like, maybe when they travel, it's like, I feel like they travel a lot and they're just detached. I don't know. I don't think this person's necessarily a cheater, although I feel like some of your people with this Queen of Wands energy could be, but it's definitely not a given just for everybody. Everybody's here. And obviously we're talking about an archetype that you're attracted to, so you're not going to be just like attracted to a cheater. But I mean, maybe you are. Don't let me tell you what's up, but yeah, so you are really just drawn to this King of Wands. I also feel like you like a person who takes care of other people. Like, you like a person that's out in the spotlight and handles it well. With the Earth here, I feel like you like more that strong silent type of a Leo that just kind of pulls people in, but it's also, I think you like someone who's very romantic, very playful, somebody who makes you laugh, and is like a bit of a wordsmith, honestly. And I do think you like a bit of power games. And I don't know, maybe you like to feel a little bit like the damsel or like the princess behind the wall with the dragon, But look, she's tamed the dragon here. And that's something that like to embrace. And why? Because justice, equal give and take. I feel like, and let's get over here because you have a lot of so this is, what a healthier option or like a reframe of a lot of these traits, because I'm seeing a lot of these traits over here. So first of all, maybe you want to look for someone who's Saturn or K2 dominant, maybe like a good mix of both. And with Aries here, maybe you guys are looking for someone Ashwini, and then we also have Gambler. I'm definitely feeling Ashwini energy. So the Ashwins are twins, and that can mean like they have a certain duality to them. But with this fire card here, and also with Saturn, it's like I'm seeing a duality to your person where you like someone who knows, because you like a mix of traits, but it's like the person that you're attracted to has them on all the time. But this person, like, you want someone who works really hard with Saturn here and who maybe is a little bit just cold and detached, but they like to just do regular things. This is a salt of the earth kind of a person. Saturn is like really good with agriculture, gardening, things like that, but they put their nose to the grindstone and they work super hard in order. Maybe this is like a homegrown person. I don't know if you are attracted to people with like more generational wealth, like they're going to inherit something. So they've, this is a person that strikes me like they're always going to be successful. Do you know what I mean? Whereas maybe it's best to go for someone who has like a really strong work ethic here with Saturn. And with this fire energy, this is interesting because I actually am getting K2, which is the leader of the Grand Fire Trine. So I'm still getting like this fire sign energy, but instead of it being the sun part of the fire sign, I'm getting this K2 South Node energy, which would be someone who is a little bit more reserved, somebody who maybe is a little bit awkward with their speech, but people tend to just naturally follow K2 ruled people too. So you're still getting that like leadership energy, but it's like they hold it back for you. Like somebody who maybe, and I'm not trying to like make someone, I don't know, like someone who is like maybe a little more socially awkward, but then like turns it on for you, like when you guys are alone, someone who likes like more intimate one-on-one relationships. Somebody who's a bit of a daredevil though here with this Aries gambler energy. I'm wondering if you guys are attracted to someone who's an Aries. Maybe somebody who has like a lot of Aries in their chart, but then the Saturn ruled nakshatra in Pisces is Uttara Bhadra, so they could have some planets there too. So that Aries Pisces cusp. Because I think you want someone who's like a hard worker, but is a little bit radical and not afraid to go their own way with the fire here. And then with the gambler, the light attribute is willingness to follow your intuition even when others doubt you. So this person's over here like kind of schmoozing and very much pleasing other people. They know how to say all of the right words. K2 doesn't know how to say all the right words. It just does all of the actions. So this is saying like focus on people's actions rather than the trappings and like their words, And I honestly think a good rule of like, I think your forever person is gonna maybe be a little awkward with their speech, but you are someone who can kind of smooth that over. And especially if you like embrace this Queen of Wands energy within yourself, I think that this is going to be like more balanced. But I think this person looks like a traveler over here, like they travel around a lot for their job, but this person looks very much tethered for their job and somebody who would like a more traditional lifestyle, because I think that's what you want, is you want someone, the honey I'm home kind of situation, but then you go on like really fun vacation, maybe even spontaneously, but it's like when it's time to work, it's time to work. And then maybe this person surprises you with like, a trip or something like that. So I think you get the best of both worlds, because look, you have earth energy and fire energy mixed in. So I would just say it's maybe like just the people that you're attracted to, it's like they burn so bright, they get so much attention, their energy is pulled in so many different ways. They do want a family, but they also are too busy chasing their career. And I feel like this is a person who says like, oh, in a year, oh, in a year, oh, in a year, oh, in a year. And then 15 years have passed, but they're still very much focused on themselves. This person is always going to have a very strong self-focus, whereas this person over here will, but I think they're going to be like focused on you too, like around you more. So yeah, I just feel like the key is you like this bit of like withdrawn energy with a lot going on. Let me just see my Saturn here. Uttara Bhadra. Fire, the Emperor. Yeah. And the King of Pentacles. Look, you guys like some power people. But with the Two of Wands, like somebody who has a home base, but then likes to plan trips. You know what I mean? So can you highlight the difference for me, Spirit? Make sure that I'm getting it. Somebody who puts you on the back burner versus somebody who is like offering you a real beginning and wants to offer this protection. Protection's really factoring into this, because whether or not you guys want some kind of protection from the waves of the world. I'm just seeing a wave like crashing into like a wall, over and over, and just over time it wears, I feel like you're always going to be waiting on this person's victories. Do you know what I mean? Like this type of a person, they're going to be able to provide for you, but that comes at a cost. Whereas it's like this person, I feel like more has their priorities in check, like, and they're really good at organizing. This person's really good at managing their own time, and they only expand to the point. This is the key this is Pisces, by the way. And I remember I said Uttara Bhadra. Uttara Bhadra, their hallmark is that they only expand out to the point where they can manage it. And that's, so this is more slow, steady growth, like somebody that, with the seed, like somebody that you can build with, somebody that you see this Emperor or Empress energy with, and then you guys can grow your own thing together over time. Somebody who has like a lot of ambition, a lot of drive, and not just someone who does a lot of talking. This person, I feel like, isn't going to do a lot of talking, actually. They show up with their actions, whereas this person can be quite a schmoozer. And there is something about this person that's almost too hot to handle, this like archetype over here, and makes you feel defensive. Because whether or not you know it, you're exacerbating that wound of like wanting some kind of a barrier, some kind of protection from the outside world. So the reason is justice, is this balance, this equal give and take. I feel like what you actually, I don't get, like, people would say maybe like this could be a gold digger energy. I'm not getting that. I'm getting that you want to live the good life. And I actually think that you would prefer to build something with someone. Like over time is what I'm actually getting, you know? And you have like a bunch of, like, this is, you guys have skills, okay, where you can work from home or do something with like home or like home living. Yeah, and you want to live the good life. You do. And there is a part of you that's very independent, which I think is like why this energy kind of does seem so attractive, where you're really not bothered if somebody does want to go away for a little bit, for a little while. Because this person would put a lot of time into their job too, but like they're also going to put a lot of time in for you as well. And this person's going to speak with their actions. Yeah. This person has a lot of goals and visions, but again, it's like this vision of this wall expanding out whenever they're ready. It's going to be more gradual. This person, yeah, I feel like you like this leadership type, which you're going to get over here. So yeah, that's what I have for you guys, pile number one. Just to go over, like, your hurt locker, I think, is someone who's very successful, just naturally successful, but it's somebody who's going to put their career first. This is somebody who can really pretend like they're the sun. They project like a lot of yang out there, like a lot of masculine energy, to the point where actually you feel like sometimes you need to protect yourself a little bit from this person. This person's very career focused. They have a big focus on their words. They know exactly what to say. Yeah, this person's manipulative with their words though, and they have an extreme self-focus. But they are very dynamic and they're very charismatic. And the reason, I feel like you also like to travel, and this person like likes to travel too. Yeah, interesting. They're like, you want to live a different kind of life. I feel like you guys don't want to live some kind of drudgery, and I don't think that it's going to be drudgery with this person over here. Just to be clear. But it's like maybe you're running away because you want to live the good life. You want to live a nice life with a nice home. You want to be able to relax, and enjoy the fruits of your labor. But and you will be able to do that. I think that there might be something about this Saturnian energy though that's like, this is a bit of a karmic lesson for you. But it's like just getting out of your own way with that. Do you know what I mean? You might meet someone who is like, they're not a leader yet, but they're working their way up to it, or something like that. This person could be a healer. They could be really afraid of rejection, but they're still willing to follow themselves, because this is still like a lot of very masculine energy. Maybe some of you guys experienced poverty, like, or not having your needs met. And so that has really taken root in you. And that's where we're seeing this kind of come from here. So interesting that we have the... I think you like the conversation with this person too. And you actually like that there's a mystery around this person. It kind of keeps you guessing, but it also knocks you off balance and knocks you off kilter. And it's like, yeah, because this person can't accept your cup of love, this hurt locker over here. You like someone who's making decisions as well. King of Cups again, like I just asked, you know, maybe there is something that like about not wanting to live the traditional lifestyle, but it's coming from a place of pain and what you're associating that with. Because I think you actually want someone a little bit more grounded than this type of person. You know, you think that if you're with someone larger than life or it's funny because Uttara Falguni is the bull, but then you have Uttara Bhadra, which is the cow. So it's like that same provider energy, but it's whether or not you're grabbing the bull by the horns over here or if you're dealing with the cow who is all nourishing, you know, that kind of a thing. And that's kind of what I'm getting with the King of Cups is someone who is very nurturing, very giving. K2 ruled people are very emotional. They're very in touch with their emotions, and they are very intuitive. And that's what I'm getting as well. So with this King of Cups, this is someone who could be like successful in a very creative career. Oh yeah, they could be working in a very creative career, possibly a spiritual career. Maybe even physical, something physical and spiritual. And this person doesn't rely on luck, you know, or charisma or showiness at all. You know what I mean? Okay, Pile 1, that is what I have for you guys. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Bye, guys. We have a lot of King of Cups energies coming through these piles. So pile number 1, what is your hurt locker versus, okay, so just to be clear, we're talking about archetypes here. So this is like the type of person that you would traditionally be attracted to. Then down here I have more pointed questions. We have what you need to heal in order to stop being attracted to this type of person that kind of leads you down this pain path. And then who you are actually attracted to, or like who's going to bring like your happiness. Okay, so you guys right now, I can see that you are very balanced people. Maybe you're used to making a lot of decisions in your everyday life, and that's something that and you also, I feel like you guys are smart and you're in your heads a lot, like in order to try to make fair and balanced decisions with Ma'at right here. Some of you guys could literally work in the field of law or medicine, but I feel like you guys are always having to make these decisions. So I feel like the person that you go after is this, again, it's this balancing out kind of energy. This person's heavily water. I mean, look at this, right? And then we have with water and Pluto, obviously this is Scorpio energy, but then we also have Scorpio's opposite and counterpart energy of Taurus here. This is a person who's probably very well off. There's a good blend of how they make their own money versus something about other people's money. This person could be in finance. Oh yeah, with the water. I feel like this person could have a lot of money, or they give the air of having a lot of money, but this person also gives the air of having a lot of emotions too, but also not letting them show. You know, I feel like the people that you're drawn to are very attractive, very sexual as well. But these people are chaotic in their own way too. There is this overly emotional energy almost. So I don't know if you guys, there's something about you, like, I don't know if your family when you were growing up was overly emotional. And so you are like, no, I'm going to make sure everything is fair and balanced and just. I'm going to learn skills of diplomacy. I'm going to learn how to not make things chaotic. And then that is like this little piece of your subconscious is coming out where you are very attracted to quite like chaotic partners. Some of you guys might even be attracted to more like cluster B type of people. I feel like these are people that they're so emotional that you actually want to be the protector for them, at least protecting their emotions in some kind of way. Even though it's like, you know, this person's strong beneath it all, or this type of person, there's something about this person that seems like maybe they have experienced like some kind of abuse. Maybe you find yourself attracted to people who have been victimized in the past, because you are so all about justice and you really want to come in and take care of people. So again, like we have this person as the Tower. This is like very Mars, like Pluto. This is so Scorpio. I feel like you guys might definitely be attracted to Scorpios, or Taurus types of people. Very stubborn. Yeah. And very like sexual again. Very intense. I feel like you look, these are all like looking right at you, and she's even looking at us, you know, but like to the side. Maybe they have sad eyes too, like such sad eyes. That Phil Collins song. Take courage, realize when this world makes you crazy and you've taken all you can. True colors. True colors. This could be a very artistic type of a person. Somebody who really knows aesthetics. It's funny because pile number 1, they were like very drawn to aesthetics themselves. I feel like they might have masterful knowledge at something. There's something quite secretive and reserved about these people. Very powerful. Somebody who's like likes to live the good life, you know? And the reason is because I feel like you guys want to help them. And you guys are so busy. We have the 10 of Swords here. There is something about hysteria, like overly emotional. Maybe, and I'm not diagnosing anyone here, but I'm just throwing these out there because, maybe you guys are used to dating. I'm getting like a borderline kind of a feel. Someone who's like, it's very intense. And like, I am kind of, with the bombshell here, I am kind of getting the energy of love bombing, where it's like this person appears to be like your absolute counterpart and things like that. But they actually are more manipulative than they give off. This person can size you up and down. They kind of know what your weaknesses are. They might victimize you in some kind of a way. But these people are also attracted to you for your power and for your steadfastness in some kind of way. Why do you like it? Because of the Page of Cups. Again, I feel like you guys want to like help and nurture someone. And over time, you know, you and I think that you like this emotional energy. You like having that in your life. It's not something that you really allow yourself to feel so much. I feel like you guys are like all about just doing the right thing. You don't feel your way through life. So you're attracted to someone who feels their way through life. You also like someone who is like a bit powerful, or like, I don't know, has money, maybe makes money doing something very creative, something with aesthetics. And also, like, I feel like these people like make you laugh, and they seem very lighthearted, and I feel like there's a part of them that seems like kind of non-threatening to you, but it's also very sexual. I feel like you go after people with like that you have very strong sexual connections with. And also some of you guys could be married. Just throwing it out there. Some of you guys could be married, but your relationship is not a happy one. It's more one of business. Maybe you work together with like your partner, and maybe your partner's like very wise, but maybe they're not very physically pleasing to you, or like partners that you've been with in the past are like this, or there's like a certain type, and so now you're just really, and this is just for now because this can change, right? So for now, your hurt locker is this like very sexual. Who's an archetype that I could use? Kylo Ren. This is very Kylo Ren. Adam Driver is a Scorpio with a Taurus rising. So maybe somebody like that. I just feel like it's an emotional ride. Why do you, like, what need is that fulfilling in you? The King of Swords. Look, the King of Swords, I call the King of Swords the Keeper of Justice. You're the keeper of justice. You're very cerebral. You don't, like, within yourself, I feel like you like to keep things, you definitely keep your emotions bottled in. Pile number 2. You guys are always, I feel like that you guys are the adults. Like you are always the parent, maybe even your friend group or something. Like growing up, you just always felt like you had to be the responsible one. You always had to make responsible decisions. So you are attracted to someone who is sexy, who is like a little bit wild, who's got a dark side, because you don't have you're all light here. You are all light coming through. And I feel like you've Ma'at, oh my gosh, yes, here we go. Ma'at banishes chaos. So that's like, maybe this is why I like to call myself the chaos witch, because I can resonate with this energy as well, where it's like I just want everything in its like right place. I feel like that's you guys. I feel like that might be why we vibe. So yeah, you guys are attracted to people who are a little more chaotic. You're attracted to the chaos. You're attracted to the darkness. You're attracted to the Kylo Rens of the world. Because it shakes your life up and it reminds you of who you are, you know, like the other side of you that maybe you've tamped down. Yes, definitely. Because you guys have been betrayed in the past, I feel like, as well. Through like very sexual relationships, like, and maybe you guys had the fairy tale crushed for you. So you don't want to follow your emotions. You want to make logical decisions. You want to see someone's resume. You know, and date them, and you're going to look at them very, you know, and, you know, if their heart doesn't weigh up on the feather of justice, you're going to feed them to your lion, hippopotamus, crocodile. It's not funny. It's not funny. I know. It's okay, Looney. It's okay. So, yeah, with this high priestess, the reason is because you are this high priestess. You guys are very educated, or you have a lot of esoteric knowledge, and you are very concerned with karma, and you always want to be doing the right thing. So these people that are very, very deep feelers, they seem to be really connected with this other world that is a bit chaotic, right? Because the world of spirituality and stuff, like, it's not all nice, neat, and in a row. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's very feeling, it's very like, yes. So that's the type of person that you are attracted to. So over here, look, we also have the King of Cups at the bottom, but oh my gosh, and then the Judgment. This is such chaos energy. It really is. So you like people to come in and turn your world upside down. And a lot of times, like, that's why I'm feeling like you vibe on a sexual level, because it's like you might even really like plutonic connections. Maybe you have a Venus in Scorpio, or your Venus is making a Pluto connection, conjunct, opposite, square, that kind of thing. Or you have a Venus in a water sign. But I feel like you guys, there's some part of you that is deeply water, that maybe you are of the Pluto Scorpio generation. That's something that's like very deep in you that I feel like you're just not allowing yourself to express. And also maybe you don't allow yourself to express like your own sensuality, because you were taught it wasn't, like, maybe some of you guys, I feel like you could have been raised in a very strict tradition, or with very strict ways that you were supposed to behave in order to get love or to get attention within your family. And that's what it's saying, like what to heal in order to, you know, be more attracted to people who are healthier for you. This type of person over here is the Ten of Cups. The healing family issues is what this is saying, and allowing yourself to feel joy, and allowing yourself to be guided by your emotional system, and like, you know, something that's joyous, and allowing yourself to create, you know, because you're attracted to these people who maybe are emotionally manipulative. You know, it's like they have you on this roller coaster ride of emotion. And it's a way that they can kind of control you, because I feel like you're always trying to plug up the ship. You're always trying to make sure this person's okay in one way or another. And that feeds your ego, because then you get to feel good about yourself. Like you did some kind of, you know, amazing healing work. Not that like you don't, but at the end of the day, we only can heal ourselves. You know what I mean? I feel like you guys have done some overcorrecting, and that's why you're attracted to like so much chaos. So why is this? There is a duality. I feel like, you know, the Magician is Mercury, which rules Gemini and Virgo, two of the dual signs. So there is this duality to you, and this is like classic shadow work, lightness and darkness. You guys have fully embraced your light side. You've been led to. We all have. And this is like, I feel like this is a literal embodiment of your shadow self that you're attracted to in one way or another. Because I feel like you guys, you probably are very sexy, but maybe you like to play it down. A lot of you guys have Kritika in your chart, because Kritika, Brahmin caste, it likes to dress very maybe conservative. But you have this like more sexual ba-bow, like, you know, va-va-voom kind of like energy to you. So let's look at this energy over here that that's really, really healthy for you. First of all, ascendant and Leo, this person's still going to be sexy, okay? Like, look at that. Maybe somebody with a sun in the first house. Or you guys could have like a Jupiter in a fire sign, especially if you're women. Let me rephrase that. Especially if you are attracted to men as your counterpart energy, because that's going to be husband. And that, I feel like, I don't know, there's something about that fire energy versus the water for you that's going to lead you to like the fullness of owning your own expression, right? Yes, this is it. This is like embracing your fire energy of your own soul mission, your own unique self-expression, because there is something very sexy about fire. There's something sexy about water, but I feel like it's the water that's like you're getting waterlogged or something. There's too much water. So it's like being attracted to these more fiery types who are always on the go. Somebody who is very gregarious, very paternal type. But what's interesting is we have the Leo Aquarius axis here. So this is somebody who is a leader, maybe like in a tech field. They're a very Aquarian type leader. So this is somebody who is very strong, very sexy, probably strong, silent type. Maybe this person has good hair, but they blend in as one of the crowd in some kind of a way. But it's like this intense energy is within them. Aquarius is always a freak flag for me. So this is someone who's just interesting, unique, and different. Also, they probably have a big, broad mind with Aquarius and this engineer energy here. Definitely. This is a smart person, you guys. And listen, Mercury rules. I feel like this is this Mercury energy that you need to kind of almost get in check. Sorry if you can hear her. I'm ignoring her. But Mercury rules the nakshatras at the end of the water signs. And that's coming up as something you need to heal, is that Mercurial energy, which is the energy of the mind, the intellect. It is something that is not whole and it is split, right? And then Aquarius is the eldest air sign. So this is someone who's very mature in their own thought processes, this is like a standalone energy. But they're also very loving and very romantic. Maybe they do like to put on a little bit of a show some of the time. And then with the engineer, like maybe this person literally is an engineer. Wouldn't surprise me at all. This person's good at math and science. Go hang out at the STEM like sections of colleges. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Ability to give creative energy a practical expression. Talent for designing resolutions to common dilemmas. You need someone who can help solve your problems. Like on paper, do you know what I mean? It's like almost the exact opposite where you're like, I want to embrace this chaos. I feel like it's saying you be a little bit more chaotic and the person that you are attracted to will help be able to solve your problems. I feel like this is like my husband. This is like me and my husband. This is like my old life before I got married. But you guys, I'm happy to report that like I married this over here. But like, he literally solves my problems. Like, I'll be too afraid to ask him because I don't want to burden him or his life. And he's literally like, what you need to do is this, this, and this. It'll take him under 60 seconds. And then my life is just so much better. And it takes like a lot of this energy off my plate. So then I can actually indulge more in, obviously, like I'm reading tarot cards now. I wish you guys knew how like insane that is for me because just like trusting and getting like vibing this way. Ugh, so I resonate with this pile. If I was single, this would be my pile. So I'm right here with you, pile number 2. You have a strong sense of justice yourself. You might actually have a lot of Sun or Saturn in your own chart. So that would be Kritika, Uttara Falguni, Uttara Ashada. Or you might also be a Libra or... you have a strong Mercury in your chart. You could be a Gemini, Virgo, but I feel like their duality is very important to you, and it definitely stems from childhood and from your own family. And I feel like cultivating your own joy, making that a priority, because people have just thrown the rule book at you. I feel like people make you feel bad for having feelings. Like nobody ever indulged your own feelings and were like, how are you feeling about that? Let's explore that. That's important. You know, it was like stiffen up that upper lip kind of a thing with you. So I feel like in engaging in your emotions, like whatever wants to come up at all, eventually you're going to process it, maybe even with the help of like a therapist for sure, or just like somebody that you trust, a good friend, but somebody with like skills and a higher mind of some kind can help you process this. Because if you just indulge in your emotions, you guys are going to have like a lot of happiness. You really, really are. And possibly a family of your own, you know, because this person has leadership energy. And they have a really good outlook on the world. This person might be very positive, but on top of it, it's like this person's very masculine. They have a lot of fire, a lot of air in their chart. And I feel like this person kind of keeps their own emotions, like they're not like coming off as a very emotional person, like at all. I'm just, the energies that I'm getting, right? Because fire and air, those are the masculine energies, and then water and earth are the more feminine ones. I feel like if you get with a masculine energy, like a very masculine energy, it's going to make you feel more comfortable embracing like your more feminine side. And then things are going to naturally pan out for you. So that is what I have for you guys, pile number 2. If it resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I'm late for my Ishmael book club. Bye. right, pile number 3. So right off the bat, with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck and White Buffalo Woman coming out here, I can see that you guys are very spiritual people. One interesting part of the White Buffalo Woman story is like how the chief says that man's lust will be what ends the world. And the White Buffalo Woman, when she appears to the Lakota tribe, originally she's lusted upon, but she turns that man into bones. And so maybe that's something that you have actually been used to in your own life. But I do see that there's a very spiritual side to you. So you want someone who is a very spiritual person, but who is also grounded in the physical world. And maybe that's actually been a little bit of a struggle for you. You guys could have a lot of Pisces in your chart. So you want to be understood in that way. And I feel like that's coming through in your hurt locker, but also you want someone who is a little bit more grounded, like in the physical material world. And I can see that with the Page of Pentacles being the thing that you can focus on and heal in order to overcome like this hurt locker energy, in order to be more guided towards your divine heavenly soulmate. So in the Page of Pentacles, she just has one foot on the ground here. I feel like your spirituality is actually a great big strength for you. And actually this is showing up down here again with what need is getting met by this person. With the Sun energy and also the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Sun rules nakshatras within the earth signs, somewhat in the fire signs too, but it also within the earth signs. So I think that the need that you are getting is like having some sense of gravity, some kind of sense of safety and security, possibly financial security as well. That way it frees you up to pursue your spiritual interests and to give to the world, because you guys are givers for sure. And so I don't actually think this is very selfish at all coming through here. Now with this Neptune, so let's take a look at this hurt locker a little bit more. I feel like the person that you're typically attracted to is someone who's possibly a high achiever at work, somebody who works really hard and who's climbed some kind of a ladder. They're very stable in the material world. Capricorn is the eldest earth sign, and somebody who's overcome a lot of obstacles, because I feel like you see that as a mark of strength and a mark of like, especially the material world, because again, there's a part of you that's very like ethereal, and you're like, you don't mix so well with the material, like the physicality. So you might be attracted to somebody who is like good at contracts, really good in their career, and can help you navigate the practicalities of the world. Earth signs are really good for that. Like if you want it, because you guys also are travelers. I feel like you like to explore and travel, but this is a person who's like, they've got the passports figured out. They book the flights, that kind of a thing. So with this Neptune coming out right next to the shapeshifter energy though, the light attribute, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in anything. With this coming out like Neptune and shapeshifter, the shadow attribute is also projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. And with this like high achieving energy and then kind of combining with this, it's like maybe that's part of your hurt locker, is that you get pulled in by people who seem like very stable, but they kind of pick up on, like they are spiritual. But I feel like your hurt locker type of people, I also feel like maybe they pick up on your needs or your vulnerabilities. And so they are able to put this mask up in their relationships, with the 7th house kind of coming through here. This is somebody who you feel balances you out in some kind of a way. So, yeah, and I feel like you are a person who you don't like to compete. I feel like you have a very like light being kind of an energy, and you don't want to get weighed down in like the muck of the world. You don't want to get sucked in by the density of matter. But that's why I love that the Page of Pentacles came out here, because she, like I said, she's balanced. Her body shape is shaped like a 4, and then she's blocking off her heart a little bit here. But it's like she's making contact with the ground. It looks very spiritual here too, like standing in the middle of this mandala and having this mandala shielding her heart here, where, it's just being a little bit more grounded, grounding some kind of a skill into the earth, just like a little bit. And why? Because I feel like there's a part of you, there's something about competition, where you don't want to have to protect yourself. Maybe you guys will resonate a little bit with pile number 1 as well, because that person that in pile number 1 was also very spiritual and didn't really want to have to get involved again with like the more shadow side aspects of like life, where you do have to put up some boundaries, or like, make sure that you're protected and good in case they had to be like mean to hold the boundaries. I feel like maybe there's a little bit that could be going on there too for you guys. So you want someone who maybe has some kind of status with the Capricorn here. Yeah. Why is Neptune here? I think you do want someone just very spiritually inclined. But I think this person, because Neptune, like Venus exalts in Pisces, but it like loves everyone, which is great. It's great. But I feel like this shapeshifter energy, it's like this person maybe loves everyone. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, because this person's always really going to put their career first. You guys really might resonate with pile number 1. There is like just a coldness to this person, a little bit of a detached nature that really comes through, and it leaves you feeling confused. So it's like in a way, you're manifesting this, but it's turning out wrong, because you are kind of getting to be more in like a nurture energy, or in your feels, in your emotions, but and less like of the world, but it ends up causing you some kind of confusion, because this person could be a bit of a player. This person could be a bit of a player. So who is this person with the 2 of Wands? This is a seeker, somebody who maybe is not always satisfied, because they're always trying to outdo people. This is someone who likes to compete rather than like actually be in a community. So I feel like part of your hurt locker is someone who achieves in the material world, but then they also hang out in the spiritual world in some sense, but it's not actually like a true expression of it. I feel it's corrupted in some kind of a way. Ooh, I'm getting the energy of like Uttara Bhadra. This is interesting because I think this came out for pile number 2, but as like their divine soulmate. So, let's jump over here for a second so I can put this together a little bit more. Oh, I just put that back in here. Oh yeah. Maybe you are attracted to someone who is very spiritual, but then they feel like they're trapped and bound by the material world, and that's something that you just really resonate with. You want someone who feels like they're not of this world too, kind of in a sense, because you feel like they understand you in that way. So you want someone who you can travel around with and have adventures with and things like that, but then that person ends up having another side to them, where they're like more selfish or more controlling. Yeah. So over here, yeah, you guys don't like to put down roots, I feel like, is what I'm kind of getting. And there's a little bit of like life is a burden kind of a feel. But over here, your like your person, somebody who would be really good for you and well balanced. It's interesting because we have the 7th house over here and we have Libra, ruler of the 7th house. But this person's an air sign. They probably are a Libra in some way. Maybe, yeah, with a little bit of Sagittarius. This is like a free spirit kind of an energy because that's what you want. But I feel like there's a part of you that I just want to see what this Capricorn is. It's really bothering me. Eight of Wands. 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so some of you guys maybe go after married people. It's just one thing, but I'm just feeling like you go after people who are like shackled, but maybe this person like makes excuses or something. They hide behind their spirituality as a shield. I need to come back to this. So, but this person over here definitely has like a lot of Libra energy. This is someone who's very bright, very smiley, probably very physically attractive. They are very fair and balanced. This person's concerned with like the laws. With a white buffalo woman, definitely, she teaches people like how to live a good and balanced life. So you need somebody who is very, very balanced. With the Sagittarius energy, what I'm kind of getting, because Capricorn is kind of like the beast from Beauty and the Beast, right? But then Sagittarius is the sign of the beast becoming man. So I feel like there's something about this, like I'm seeing like more of a refined energy over here. If that makes sense. More possibly like educated, cultured, that kind of thing, but still a seeker. You have child magical, seeing the potential for sacred beauty in all things, the belief that everything is possible. I'm feeling like maybe there's a piece of you that feels like you're not of this world. So like it's healthier for you to go after someone who possibly agrees, but they are like very, they're very smart and they can see things for what they are. And there also is that sense of, again, like, I don't know, I keep wanting to say like reading contracts and like reading the fine print and things like that with this Libra air energy. Possibly your person works in law. They could be very educated. They have like these flashes of insight, but it seems like, have you ever seen air sign feet? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where they have like big arches and they look like they're almost taking off from the world. It's that energy of in the world and not of it, instead of the way that this is coming through over here, which I'm doing a bad job of explaining, because this person's like, you're attracted to maybe more of a discontented person, a person that you probably have a lot of karmic ties with, but a person that is like very deceptive, maybe even a little bit lazy, who like makes some kind of excuses when it comes to like your relationship, you know? Let me see. Can you help me understand this energy? But with this Neptune and the shapeshifter, it's like, I just asked the cards if it could help me understand this energy, but that's kind of the point, maybe. Okay, yeah, some of these people could be just cheaters and they could be in some kind of other relationship, but then they might tell you that they can't express that more spiritual side to them within the confines of this relationship. But they're really just like lying with the shapeshifter card. The Lovers, the Queen of Swords. This is just a very manipulative energy that it leaves. Yeah, okay. You might be attracted to people who you have to choose between lovers. Like you really want this person to choose you. So then why is the White Buffalo in here? Because you guys have possibly been going through a difficult time. Oh, I feel like you guys want to save your type. You guys are a free spirit, and I feel like there is a part of you, yes, okay, you guys are so spiritual, and there's a part of you that just doesn't want to mess around like with the regular world. So you want someone who's balanced in that way and who understands that side of you. And I feel like maybe in the past you have been drawn to people who seem like they're trapped by this world as much as you are, but it's like they say that they're trapped in a relationship, and just longing and yearning. And so like, yeah, they've been trapped in some kind of conflict or some kind of loss. And the reason you like it is because you are very, maybe you do have a lot of air sign energy in your chart, or Sagittarius, Pisces, something like that, where, you guys, you love to learn. You're a free spirit. You like to move on from places. I also feel like you guys run away. Like part of this travel energy is that you actually are running away. You're rejecting things before things can reject you. So in a way, it's like if you get involved with people who are already involved, there's always another reason why they can turn you down. I feel like I learned that from Shallon Lester too. But that could be something over here. I feel like this is some kind of self-esteem thing. And winning out, it could be winning out, like feeling like you are triumphing over someone's wife with the Queen of Pentacles here. I'm just trying to read what I'm seeing in the cards, you guys. So, yeah, there's a couple different things here, but I feel like overall you guys are very spiritual, free-spirited kinds of people. You really don't want to worry about life. You want to throw yourself into your spirituality, into travels, into being like fascinated by different things. You guys want to learn to engage and indulge your spirituality. You have a lot of action and eagerness within you, but you guys have potentially been through a very difficult time, so it's been more difficult for you to express that more free-spirited nature. So I feel like your hurt locker is someone who maybe is a little bit controlling, who could be involved in another relationship, but they have this other side to them that they tell you, they can't really express themselves fully in a different relationship. So then you kind of get to come in and be maybe the savior. But so I feel like this is saying like somebody good for you is someone who's like not already in a relationship, someone who is very brainy, somewhat cold and detached. I feel like you do like a bit of a detached nature because you don't necessarily like someone who's too clingy. That's another thing. Like if you do find yourself going after people who are unavailable in some way, if they're not attached in another relationship, they're unavailable in some way. And it's because you don't want to have to be grounded. You don't want to be tamed. You don't want to be sat down. So some of you guys might have a lot of Ashwini in your chart, or like Saggy energy, horse energy is kind of what I'm getting. Which horse is like very free spirited. It's very attached to the will. Yeah. So then, and this is just, it's fulfilling your need for joy. It's fulfilling your need for like this solar plexus energy of like having a sense of purpose, freedom, joy, clarity, a sense of self. Because maybe, I feel like you guys have been stuck before, especially maybe some of you guys are coming out of a relationship. Maybe it was a married relationship, but also, or just maybe you felt tied. I'm getting like fiefdom, the like tied to the land thing. So like you just need a fairy sprite over here. Somebody who's very well balanced. Because Libra, listen, you can have like Mars energy. You can have Chitra, Swati, or Vishaka. So there's a lot of different kinds of Libra and energy. So maybe even like Vishaka. I feel like you guys want somebody who can afford to travel and who's willing to travel. Somebody who's like a good give and take. Also, your minds need to be stimulated. And you want someone who's trying to live a good life, who's maybe like a vegan or a vegetarian, someone who's sattvic in quality, like they're trying to live their best life. They are living a spiritual life. Somebody who's really well read and can hold up a conversation with you. I'm just going to read this to you. Someone enthusiastic, philosophical, independent, generous, ethical, seeking, happy-go-lucky, adventurous, honest, bareback, unbridled, experiential, lucky, boundless. This is Jupiter. So definitely Vishaka. Tribe is coming through here. So I don't know if you guys are interested in living in a more tied to the land kind of a way. Risk-taking, tactless, self-righteous. Yeah, you want... the only way I can describe it is Saggy Libra. That's basically what you want, is someone who's just a light in this world. And that's going to be somebody who vibes with you the best and who can provide you, because you guys, I feel like you need a sense of freedom. You guys are like the barn happy horse where you'll come back, but you want to be able to leave, and you don't like people to get too attached to you. You guys have a lot of fire energy. I actually really like this energy. And you like to learn. You definitely like to learn and have a really... So help me understand the difference. Spirit. Yeah, I feel like this person over here could be attached, right, with that. And then they keep your mind occupied, but they keep you thinking that maybe you're not good enough. Because there is something about proving yourself over here to this person. And you like the challenge of that. You guys definitely need a challenge here. And stimulation. But also wisdom. And you do have a very strong independent streak. Maybe sometimes these people use drugs or something like that. Whereas, like I was saying over here, this is very sattvic. This is very clean living kind of a thing. You guys are free spirits. I feel like you guys need a little bit more of a home base. Well, it's probably weird to hear me say that because I feel like a lot of you guys have gone through a really difficult time where you haven't been able to travel. You felt very stuck. You felt like a fairy that somebody slung into a river, and got your wings all wet. And you have to wait for them to dry and you're impatient and bored. But I don't know, I'm kind of getting tiny house living, where you have a little space that's your own, but it's grounded and it's on wheels and you can travel around with someone, that kind of a thing. Yeah, this person, I feel like this is a third party situation, basically. And if the third party situation is a family and a person, then I feel like there's a bit of a competition involved. But even if it's not, it's there's a competition between this person's job and you. You want to be able to prove yourself by pulling this person away with the Seven of Cups. You like someone who has a little bit of options and who seems to have a lot of different sides to them, because there's a part of you that doesn't want to get bored. But it's Libra has this dual side, right? But it talks about somebody who's different from you, somebody that maybe this is someone who's from a different place. I think this person would be tall and very attractive, but they're from a different place than you, and you find them to just be ever interesting. This person also holds back a lot, but you find that very romantical. Yeah. You guys need mental stimulation. I feel like it's just kind of your hurt locker is that coming out in just a shadow side where it dings your self-esteem in some way. And this person, I feel like also your hurt locker is someone who lusts after you. Also, Sagittarius is very sexual, so I feel like you're still getting that over here. It just seems to be more balanced, and this person's like trying not to be ruled by their lower natures. Whereas like this person hides their lower natures. Your hurt locker like hides their lower natures. And just pretends. Like they just pretend, and they're able to be very manipulative and craft that. Like looking into this face and seeing whatever it is that you want, seeing adventure, seeing like, yeah, that's basically what's happening here. I'm also getting Chitra. I think you guys like a little bit of Marsy kind of energy where someone's very active and athletic and keep up with you. Mars exalts in Capricorn. So that's why I think you're picking up on that. Like, but this person like gets whatever they want. You're very attracted to this energy of this person gets whatever they want, you know? Because you felt like you've been living at the mercy. You go with the flow. This person plants and gets whatever they want. But it's like, it is true. And they do that through manipulating and through some kind of duality. They could even do that through triangulation. This is, the energy of triangulation is all over this reading. You guys can Google that for a lot more information, but it's basically just like competing. Yeah, you guys just, you like an emperor type, but very sexual, but that you somewhat can't get to. The difference with this person, I feel like this person over here has experienced a lot of sorrow in their life and has overcome that, and they're very warm and gregarious, and like, you know, you still have this like earth energy, right? Where the fire signs rule nakshatras and the earth signs. So you're getting that like warmth and stability, that social responsibility that comes through with the king over here. Someone who's very just easygoing. Someone who is complex though, you know, and like their head and their heart, and somebody who likes to adventure, but, you know, is a little bit guarded. Because I think that this person that you would be most like well suited to, they're guarded because they've been hurt, and it's like you have to chip away at their mystery over time. But it's very air. It's not water, or you know what I mean? It's air. So anyways, yeah, to sum that up, your hurt locker is somebody who's a triangulator, basically, and somebody who knows how to be very manipulative, and they get what they want. I think you're very attracted to that detached side to them. This person could be very controlling. They could like to watch you. You might like to just like leave and walk away because that gives you power over this person. There's something about like your self-esteem because perhaps, again, with this triangulation, you have to win out over this person's job or over this person's family, or, you know, in order to get their attention. It gives you a place to compete, because I think you guys are competitive people, and you have a lot of fire energy in you, but it makes you like, you like the challenge, you like a chase, with this Knight of Wands, you know, but it's not built to like last, you know, but you like the challenge, you like to take some kind of action. So the thing that you guys can focus on again is this Page of Pentacles, just being a little bit tied to something and in like a very earthly way. I feel like similar to pile number one, you guys have some kind of skills, I think probably spiritual skills that you can use to make some kind of money. And the reason is because you guys need, you need that competition. You need to like build up that. Also, it's like something about that self-esteem, you know, of like, I think there's some skills here that you guys can use in order to help to build up that self-esteem. And it doesn't even have to be monetary. Some of you guys could be like fire jugglers, or, you know, something like that. Drumming, you know, that you'll just help you. Hold on, why is it 7 of Wands here? Oh, leadership too. Like, I feel like you guys, you have the ability to be some kind of spiritual leaders, possibly like a lot of you guys within the spiritual arts, you know, so yoga teachers, or, you know, maybe like drumming or things like that. And you could have a very you could have a draw to very like tribal kinds of living. But it's almost like this is a way that you're protecting yourself, is by getting involved with somebody who's triangulating you with their job or another person, because you can be like, oh, well, they didn't like me because of that, or they didn't give all their attention to me because of that, or because even this third party could be an addiction. But there seems to be something else that's holding this person back. So if like they don't talk to you for a while or something, like you don't take it so personal. And you like to not get too involved in case that person leaves. Yeah. But I think that Libras, you know, like that is a sign of relationship. It's the sign of the other. So having somebody paying attention to what you want and what you need, that kind of a thing. I'm getting Swati super hard. So I feel like this person really likes the sea. Swati symbol is coral. So maybe this person likes coral, but also they tend to be quite wealthy. So they could maybe afford to travel. And maybe you could even have a child with this person. I'm seeing like a light little fairy family. So anyways, that's what I have for you guys. Pile number 3. If that resonated, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And I wish you guys all the best. Bye.